now I should be good. Come on, let me, there it is. I don't need all that. That's beautiful right there. Actually, would it be better over here? Yeah, I don't really need to see my audio thing all the damn time, so yeah, that makes sense. Good morning. Today is day 3, baby. So, give me a second, then I will get on over to the stream. That's it. For some weird reason, my YouTube automatically turns it over to freaking 480. That's probably why every time I'm looking at my own stream, it looks all freaking ugly. You know what I'm saying? So, we are back for day 3, baby. Now, I'm gonna go straight into the difference in the account size. You're gonna be seeing that we're at $60. We ended off yesterday at 50.15, I think it was. So today we're at 60.17. I did lose some. It was about $62 or $63. No, I think it was more like 64. I think we're at 64, then I dropped it down to 62, and then now we're at 60.17. Was kind of playing around in this area, but fell back into old habits, I would say. So I was trying to play the game of, is it going to break and hold? It ended up holding in this blue box or blue area that I created right here. So this is one of the zones that I had marked up for a short continuation, but I also wasn't accounting for a candle to be like this. There has to be a correction coming in. So now I'm starting to think that we're going back, maybe. Oh, that shit looks ugly on this time frame. We're gonna get rid of those. Now we're reaching back. I did want to see a retest back up to this area, so I'm gonna play the waiting game a little bit. I believe either this candle is gonna kind of showcase what we're in store for, and Monday's candle is going to validate and or coast, and at which we're going to be looking at a Tuesday candle to pretty much formulate something. But I don't think I'm going to be entering into any trades today, but I am going to look around, right? If I see something else that I like to trade moving, then I might as well do something, be a little active, try to make some scalping plays, and then move around from that area. But outside of that, we are most definitely just going to be relaxing. I might actually find probably another 2 to 3 pairs that I just want to add on. Europe or EU is always going to be my #1 pair that I look at. That's what I'm mostly focusing on. And if I don't see anything, then I don't mind looking around. I had a bad habit back then where I wasn't thinking that kind of way, and I tried to trade everything equally. But now, whenever you're trying to like get better, you want to focus on one pair. I truly understand that, because for me, I love to multitask, but whenever it comes down to trying to multitask between different currency pairs, whenever you don't fully understand one, it becomes a very tough issue right there. You're not really going to start moving around the way that you need to. You're going to try and be in all trades all at once. You're going to look somewhere else, end up missing the main trade that you're looking at, because you're not prioritizing something. So in this case, I'm prioritizing EU as my main trade. Yes, I am going to be sticking with Forex for this, but I'm practicing Forex because my boy Malcolm, he's doing futures. So I'm practicing Forex to get an understanding so I can have some disposable income so I can put into that area and see exactly what I can do there. Because if I can make a good amount of money there, then I believe that you can do puts, bids and puts on currency, at which I would love to do that. That is a great amount of revenue coming in right there. Now, I couldn't remember, so I will have to go back to my Oanda account real quick, because let's find ourselves the pairs that we're gonna have on the sideline, and we're gonna place them on our hotbar the exact same way that we would care about that pair. So I'm down to go down to that 0.07 cent, but anything under that, unless it has crazy pip moves like doubling or even tripling, kind of like a standard like EU's pip moves, they pay true pips, but it moves about 30 pip movements, right? While playing around with, let's just say, a 0.05, where that's how much they give you per pip move. If they're doing, I would say, double, like 60 or 80 pip moves at a time, then you kind of can balance that out. So let's check into that. That's one factor or variable that I did not factor in whenever I did my original test. Da 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 da. Oh, shit. I didn't even know I was in a trade on that account. Well, that's not good. Son of a biscuit, no gravy. Oh, why did I not get that notification, bruh? So I will say there is the possibility for some short action to occur, but everything is determined off of here and where in here. Like, we're just not breaking into the box, but in reality, the box for here to break past was here. So what I would personally want to see, if this is going to start buying, in order for me to feel confident in getting in, it would need to break through, retest this previous level of support turn resistance, and turn it from resistance into support. And at that point, okay, I would feel at least somewhat confident in price action potentially coming up to here. At least 60-ish pips. I wonder something. Let's turn them crimson. They say we gotta hold on to what we got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. So this is the last. Very interesting how that hit exactly in that area. It retraced from there. We're going to see if this trend line is going to be valid. If so, then I'm looking for two ways for it to be valid. One way, it gets rejected from here. We start seeing bears take back over. Another way is on the bull side, and that's if price action passes through, and then it uses this trend line as a means of retracement, just to hit it and keep pushing. Let's see. If I don't take a trade, at least I'm going to learn something new. Get about that and make you do better. But it's a good thing I looked over at my Oanda account. Come to find out, one of my other accounts, I accidentally entered into a trade. Okay, now it's time for me to look. All right, so I got audio pulled up. Now if I take a look at audio, it looks like there could be buys stepping in. What time is it? 8:18. We're on the 5-minute. Let's look at it off the 15, but give it a second. So if we put in 1,000, yeah, audio does true pips. But I think it takes more trade value. Let me check. Hold on. Okay. Now you. Odd you actually is slightly advantageous. So odd you is being added to my lineup. Okay. That's a hell yeah. So let's get rid of audio. You are staying. Oh no, I see you. You get off the screen, get off the screen, get off the screen. Okay, so far we have our two pairs. Audio is going to be my secondary, EU is my primary. But they may just be brother and sister. We'll see. Now, what will be my next? Let me just think. We have EU, odd U. I want a U first. So let's get a UCAD. I used to trade UCAD. Let's see if UCAD is going to come back into my lineup as my number 3. Oh, it does not pay true pips. It pays at 0.7 or 0.07. And it wants you to have 1,000. In 4 hours. Thing is I wouldn't even get into that trade if I had to be honest. Let's do something more realistic. Since I like the swing trade, if I was to get in here, right? Say I would have held probably until here. Say I enter whenever price action clears that wick. And then let's see price action. Let's see here. So even just that play alone, 12 hours, 30 minutes. And that doesn't even include everything. If I was to include the actual entry. Wait, even that doesn't include the actual entry. So 9 times out of 10 would be whenever it clears this wick here. And now 9 times out of 10 leave after 10 pip retracement. Because, well, I mean, I think I need to start figuring out the ban. You know, once I can figure out the ban, then I can start holding on to my trades longer. So let's say I figure out the ban. Where would I probably hop out at? We ended up holding there. let's just say I closed out here or something, right? That would have been 1 day, 1 hour, 117 pips. I don't know. This may be like that third or fourth one that I was speaking about. It may be the third, because I have two that do true. The third one does 0.07, right? I'll look at GJ in comparison, but right now I'm gonna keep UCAD as number 3. We're looking for only one more. And let me look back. Oh, I think bulls are gonna step in. If I see price action drop here, I'm buying. Like on the next candle, if I see price action drop, I'm buying. Let me look at different time frames first. Because right here, it looks like we could be changing our tune. But if you look at it on the day, or are we just looking at a big retracement? Let's look higher. Today is the ending of the weekly candle. So this kind of looks like 3 white horses. I mean, 3 black crows. I'm thinking the next start of the weekly candle is probably going to have shorts, but it may end up buying. So I will get in on a short if that is the case. I'll wait until Monday to make an entry. We'll look Sunday to see about the execution of that entry, and we'll utilize that information to determine if I'm going to actually get into anything. Oh, wow. Somebody reached out to us about becoming a vendor at one of their events. It's the 18th. Be right back. Well, I have been looking for a Sunday market for so long. I may have found one. Okay. So, I still need to think. I am quite knowledgeable about UCAD, right? I have taken a decent amount of losses with UCAD, and with this challenge, my buddy and we said that we're taking back all the pips that we have lost to the pairs that we used to trade. He's doing a fantastic job right now with gold. So, yeah, let's add this on as a fourth. Let's look for something that can take over that third spot. So let's add UCAD. You come back to the lineup. Since today is going to be a very slow one, I'm just going to take some time and do this. It's no problem. I realize that it's not wise for me to take a trade right now because we still have the Sunday night candle that's going to open. And now when I rather do the Sunday night markup or chart up. By the way, I will be working on getting Sunday night chart up videos going. That will be added in the trading journal, but it'll be like, in this case, 3.5 since we started off on Wednesday. It'll be 3.5, and then it'll go back to every 6 video or something like that. Be to 0.5, whatever. But outside of that, primarily for my knowledge. So, doing good. Oh yeah, let me close this. And we are going to open up a new chart. Wondering, should I give it my main chart or should I create a brand new template? Let's see what some of these other templates are. That is too much going on for me. I am a no-go. Popular? Bro, what the hell do you mean popular? Wait a second. RSO, Stodge, and MACD line. Are they seeing volume slowing down? I gotta learn what this is. Just because of my curiosity, we're gonna keep this here. And we're also gonna keep the lines, but I am gonna change the damn colors of the sticks because that is giving me a massive headache right now. Anywhere on my own, as I can say. No going back now. It's me. There is a lot going on. I'm not gonna lie. There is a lot going on. Grip bars, you're fine. Black, that's not a problem, but I think it's the lime green that's killing me. Which one is snow? Snow is way too bright. That's better. Yeah, I like that. Okay. If I go that color scheme, then I'm gonna want it to be a little do. No, I think it is the interior color. Olive is way too light. I would like it to be more like money green. And this is a little bit too bright. I need something a little toned down. Gray. Dark gray? Nah. Regular gray? Ooh, I actually kind of like that. Volume lines. Honestly, I can care less for these. And I don't have them, so that's good. Okay. Yo, now that looks a lot better. It looks clear. I actually may change all of them. This is a nice color scheme. I think I could. The fuck? Okay. I could do something with that. I think it's just the grid colors. It feels a little bit more blended. I would be cool with that. Oh, hell no. That's bright as fall. I don't want to do black because I do want to see it. I do like nature, so that's not bad. Oh, what if I change the background to like a different color? Oh no. Ah. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I'm gonna remember that. Goldenrod. No. Dark goldenrod, actually. Nah, regular goldenrod. Regular goldenrod so far. Nah. I like my candlestick colors, so I'm gonna want to keep those. And so far, goldenrod is the best. But dark blue isn't bad at all either. It seems like darker colors, darker but bolder colors are going to be the main ones. So like is teal one? Nah, that's more darker. Too much. That's a little bit more darker than what I'm wanting. That's not bad. Still gotta say goldenrod, if anything. That dark blue. Is there a naval blue? Bro, that shit looks pretty much identical. Oh my god. It didn't really even change. Oh, okay. Navy is just slightly darker. Just like a smidge darker. Yeah, just like a little smidge. Yeah. It's like a little baby smidge darker. What the hell? Uh, mm, when put on that big of a scale, there really is no difference. Oh, hell no. That one actually does not rock. My eyes hurt. Holy shit. Mm. Honestly, black is looking the best. What if I change them both to brown? I think it's just, I don't like all this. Being frank. Let me see how this color scheme. again. All right, we're gonna go try this on like my main. I should be able to just refresh it. Yeah. So we're gonna keep the lines out of it. I'm just gonna do the bar. Oh no, it was supposed to be dark. Oh no, bar up. This is bar down. Bar up is gray. Bull can I already had it the same. Bull candle, sea green, hell yeah. Bear candle. I have a tomato, I have it at brown. Making sure everything's the same. Ooh, I personally like that. I personally like that. I think that this is deserving of an addition instead of my title. There it is. Since I'm not really going to do much, we're probably going to wrap up this video a little early. I'm not seeing anything. Standard deviation channel. Well, I'll be damned. I actually had this thing lined up perfectly for that middle area. So right now, this could be a retest and we could be running all the way to this red zone. Let's remove that. Let's see if I can find an area that matches this area. We're gonna put it on that wick. Bam, 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 bam. Different retracement areas though. The question therefore lies with, is this a fake? It is in between here. This fake straight south. This is going up. This is going down. So that means that this is the little spike out. Go like this. Here. Like that. Like that. Then like that. Kind of did that here. Hmm. If I was to buy, this is where it would be at. But it also stems from how fast, if it was to move into Bears' favor, how fast would it get down to here? I'm projecting, if we're taking this into account and similar moves like it, this moves around like a glacier. Very stiff peaks. So I'm kind of thinking similar, like, okay, I could definitely change it, right? But just in this kind of case, it looks like stiff is very at a fine point. This is rounded out. This is semi-rounded. This could kind of trade sideways for a minute and then drop, at which I'm picturing somewhere around here. But if it just drops, then it could be somewhere around here. But what I'm kind of expecting, and I might as well just throw these up here, because if price action ever gets anywhere close to that, I have to enter in. There is like no ifs, ands, or buts. That has to be done. Now, whatever it's gonna do here is gonna determine how many pips we're about to move. If bulls step in and they're seeing a bright market for Europe in comparison to the dollar, we could see somewhere on the lines of at least 330 pips if it wanted to make an M of a buy. But if it decides to sell and we get in, we could be looking somewhere around 800 pips. I see this one more as the possibility, at which puts us into like the 870. But curious to see what it'll do in this area. At which potentially 430. So we'll see. I'm gonna be wrapping up the stream. Nothing really much is gonna be happening, so I'll do a little bit of a chart up for all the pairs, I guess, at this moment. Now let me That looks ferocious. That looks better. That has me wondering, what the fuck am I looking at? What? They just take away so much information from that. What? Hold up. Am I tripping on something? Hold up. No, I'm not tripping on anything. Wait, what? What happened to all the information? What the what? I'm so confused right now. They stop it at 2021? The only way that you can look past 2021 is if you're on the... Wait a second. Bro, even that, the monthly allows you to get one more year of information. And not even one more year. Man. Yeah, not even one full year. Okay, well that tripped me up. Let's get back to changing up the color scheme real quick. And we're gonna make that the new template. The hell did I do? I really did not do anything except mess things up. Forgot that's not my goal right now. I gotta hurry this up. Bar up gray. Nah, that's right. I tried that and I said hell nah. Bar down. This one is brown. Everything seems right. Yep, 100% right. Okay, I was tripping. Da 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 da. Now this color scheme. Okay, that is now saved. All right, that's all that I'm gonna do for right now. But y'all have a blessed one. Sydney, keep doing your thing.